Have you ever heard the story of the hermit and the mouse? It's a fascinating tale from ancient India, and it all begins in a place of great beauty and devotion. Imagine, if you will, a time long, long ago. Just outside the bustling southern city of Mahallaropium, nestled amongst lush greenery, stood a magnificent temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, the powerful god of destruction and transformation. The temple was a sight to behold, with intricate carvings and a serene atmosphere that drew people from all over. A holy saint, a man of deep wisdom and piety, was chosen to be the monk of this sacred place. His name was Yarnavokya, and his life was one of simple, unwavering dedication. Every single day, he would rise before the sun, perform his morning rituals, and meticulously care for the temple. He swept the floors until they shone, polished the brass lamps, and adorned the deity with fresh flowers, filling the air with their sweet fragrance. His main duty, and his greatest joy, was conducting the daily puyas, the sacred ceremonies of worship. His chants would echo through the temple halls, creating an aura of peace and spirituality that touched everyone who visited. But a monk's life wasn't just about prayer and temple upkeep. To sustain himself, Yarnavokya had a daily routine. Each morning, after his duties were complete, he would pick up his simple wooden begging bowl and walk the path to the nearby city of Mahallaropium. The people of the city knew him well and respected him deeply for his devotion. They would greet him with kind words and generously offer him alms, rice, fruits, coins, and other food items. He never asked for more than he needed, accepting whatever was given with a grateful heart. By the evening, as the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the land, Yarnavokya would return to his humble dwelling within the temple grounds. Over time, through the generosity of the city's people, he managed to collect quite a bit. He had more than enough to meet his own simple needs. But Yarnavokya was not a man of material desires. He believed that what he received in excess was not truly his to keep. So, he had a special, larger bowl set aside. Into this bowl, he would place all the extra alms he had gathered throughout the day. This was his offering to others, a way to share his good fortune with the poor, the hungry, and anyone in need who might pass by the temple seeking help. It was a small act, but one that came from a place of immense compassion. However, life in the temple was not as solitary as it seemed. Unbeknownst to the kind hermit, a tiny creature was watching his every move. A small, clever mouse had made its home in the rafters of the temple, and it had taken a particular interest in the hermit's bowl of alms. Every single night, after the hermit had retired to his simple cot and fallen into a deep sleep, the little mouse would scurry down from its hiding spot. With nimble feet and a twitching nose, it would creep towards the bowl filled with the day's collections. The mouse was audacious. It would climb right into the bowl and feast on the grains and treats meant for the poor. It ate until its little belly was full, and then, not content with just having a meal, it would cause more mischief. It would scatter the remaining food all over the floor, nibbling on some pieces, hoarding others, and leaving a general mess in its wake. When the hermit woke up the next morning, he would find his carefully saved alms scattered and spoiled. At first, he was puzzled. He would sigh, clean up the mess, and go about his day, thinking it was perhaps a stray cat or some other creature. But this happened night after night. Without fail, the hermit grew increasingly troubled. He knew he had to do something to protect the offerings for the needy. So, he started taking precautions. He tried covering the bowl with a heavy plate. But the mouse was clever and strong for its size. It managed to push the plate aside. He then tried hanging the bowl from a rope from the ceiling, thinking it would be out of reach. But the mouse was an excellent climber. It would scurry up the wall, leap onto the rope, and slide down to get to its nightly feast. The hermit was at his wit's end. This tiny, persistent mouse was outsmarting him at every turn, and the food for the poor was dwindling away. The mystery of the mischievous mouse had become a real problem for the gentle hermit of the Shiva temple. What he didn't know was that this was just the beginning of a very strange and unexpected series of events. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to find out what happens next in this incredible story.